I've been a long time fan of Nickelodeon. Obviously, I grew up watching Jimmy Neutron. That's where, of course, I found out about you. Debbie and Carolyn, I've known you for a very long time
That sounds weird.
for Sandy.
Hi,
Okay,
Vinny.
but Joe, so you're moderating this, and the people that are in it are people like Vinny. Is that
Yes,
right?
yes. So, there are some people in here who are higher ups in the server who help run things and put these events together and keep the server
Hi.
active. So, what basically happens with that is we are having
No, you're
them.
so quiet. You're so quiet.
I'm so quiet. Let me just quickly up my intake then, and then. Okay, how about now? How does I sound?
Ooh, better.
Yes, please. Thank you.
All right, awesome. So
So
what's
there's
go?
some people
So
who have been raised up in the server because they've been here longer.
it's not that they've been here longer; it's they've been involved in helping run it.
Okay.
So welcome everybody to the Debi Derryberry Carolyn Lawrence Q&A. Uh, very big thanks to Carolyn and Debbie for both being here with us today. So hi guys.
Hi.
Good to be here.
Um, we will start taking questions from the audience as well as from people in the server in just one moment. But I'd like to just quickly ask one question myself, as not a lot of things get asked about this, I feel, and this goes for Carolyn. If you guys haven't seen the latest video with Debbie and Carolyn on Debbie's YouTube channel, I highly suggest you check it out. There's a lot of great stuff that went down in there, and a lot
Oh
of
yeah,
great
we were really
reenactments.
great. Weren't we so great, Caroline?
We were so great.
You guys are missing out if you're not watching that a million times.
Spectacular.
Just stream it again and again all day.
Absolutely what she said. Just keep watching it. If you got nothing better to do, just put it on repeat.
There you go.
Even if you have something better to do, put it on repeat. But Carolyn, I know we talked about in SpongeBob recordings that there have been crazy passes and then the straight lace pass when doing recordings. And I wanted
Right?
to know, when it comes to Camp Coral, do you guys also record together, or what, as much as together as you can be these days?
Yes. If it wasn't COVID, we would all be together. Um, and yes, we are together as much as possible. Some people video link in, some people are in studio. Now it seems like they put me in one studio, then they put another actor in the studio next door. Like
Got it.
we're
Like it's all hardwired to the same engineer panel.
right, and we see each other on a video monitor, so we are in the building together. We're just not technically together.
Sounds like a lot of extra work. Just
It's a lot of extra work. I can't believe all the things the engineers have been asked to do.
Yeah, they did a major rewire in a lot of these studios so that they can have direct feeds from each separate booth into the main console, and so they have everybody on their own monitor. And because you're in the same location, you don't get a delay.
got it. Got it.
Whereas if I'm from home, sometimes there's a delay when you have picture involved or more than one person involved.
Yes, which I had to record, well, several over the past, couple of years, where the director would be like, "Oh, Carolyn, you guys were supposed to be together on that." I was like, "Yeah, but we can't be
That would be the engineer's
because
job.
there's a delay."
Thank goodness for Pro Tools, so our engineers can line it up.
Right, exactly. Where were you, Carolyn? Well, I was talking, but I'm sorry you did not hear me.
All right, well, that's a great way to kick everything off here. And also great news that Camp Coral got picked up for season 2, so that's cool to see come around.
Woohoo!
You
Uh,
did? Did you
it,
know that? That's so exciting.
Vinny, would you like to ask anything before we throw it towards the audience?
Yes, I want to ask you, Carolyn, um, how how is the Sandy movie coming along?
Well, isn't that interesting? I would love to know.
I'm,
I honestly have absolutely no idea. Um, I seem to be on the, what do they call that with like important, like on the need to know list, and I don't need to know, I guess.
that's a good way to put it.
But I'm very excited that they're doing one at all, and I'm sure it'll be fantastic.
Oh,
And I'm
absolutely.
sure once I find out anything about it, I can share.
You guys have no idea how little we get to say about things. You know what I did this week?
What'd you do?
I can't tell you.
Right, exactly.
Tis the world of
thrilled.
NDAs.
I'm really excited they're doing one. That's all. I really am thrilled.
When did you find out about it? Like, did they tell you when everyone else in the world found out, or did you get to know like a year ago?
I knew rumors about it about a year ago, but it took a long time for me to get definitive information. And it was kind of funny because I actually got a call about why I hadn't signed the contract when I didn't know anything about the project really. So I was like, well, gosh, guys, I haven't signed anything because I didn't know anything. But it's awesome that we're excited and ready to start.
How when it comes to recording the movies, do you guys do that all together or is it separate?
We try to on SpongeBob and all the affiliate SpongeBob things. We try to always do everything together.
Yeah.
Right now, unfortunately, still we're kind of stuck not being able to do that. But typically, we would still record the movie together.
So like first movie, you got to hang out with Jeffrey Tambor and Alec Baldwin and etc. for that one.
Well, you know what's funny, and this is just my opinion. It seems like the stars, like the really established stars, like Tim Conway or Ernest Borgnine,
Yeah.
Love
or
them.
like big, like
The
classic,
dead ones,
the
you
dead
mean?
ones, the dead ones, the classic dead.
The best
actors,
ones.
the best ones, always wanted to be with us and would come into the studio and record with us.
I'll
Some
know.
of the other,
But the other on-camera celebrities, they don't have time for us silly voiceover people.
right? So they tend to record by themselves.
Now, when it came to the Jimmy Neutron movie back in '01, was that all recorded together? Did you get to record with Patrick Stewart, Martin Short, and I think even
No,
was
we
Andrea
did
Martin
it.
there?
I'll be right back, by the way.
Okay.
I don't think any of us recorded
No.
together for the movie.
No, sadly,
All
no.
separate. And we
Oh,
weren't
wow.
even at Nickelodeon. We were at a different studio. And, you know, I'd see Patrick Stewart in passing. We'd all wait. We were at LA Studios, I think.
Yeah.
And we would just be in the waiting room at LA Studios. And it'd be like, okay, Patrick, your turn. Debbie, your turn.
We get to watch the stars walk by.
Uh-huh. And we get to chat with them while we're waiting to go in.
And a lot of times I like to introduce myself and say, oh, hey, you're working on our show.
Welcome to our show.
Welcome to our show.
It's nice to have you here on our show.
I'm sure that's a real warm welcome.
And let me tell you, they care.
They-
A lot.
A lot. No, it's been fun. Some of the people are really amazing and want to be involved and they're excited to be there. And some people, I get it. Some people, it's just a job. You know?
I've heard amazing things about Ernie and Tim from Doug in my various conversations with him. It only makes me want to go back in time and see those recording sessions myself. They sounded like great guys to work with.
They were truly the best. And you know who else was amazing is Phyllis Diller.
Yeah?
Phyllis Diller came in, high heels, amazing legs. I mean, I don't know how old she was. Fabulous. Just fabulous. Funny,
Mm-hmm.
lovely.
I worked with Carol Channing
Oh, God,
for
yes.
65 episodes on this old show called The Addams Family, 1990s cartoon.
Uh-huh.
And what a classic.
Right?
You know, she would come in with her own water and tea bags and you know, the way she talks.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just so amazing to be able to be sitting in the same studio with him, like Tim Curry, too. And
Yeah, it's a wild experience.
yeah, getting to be with these people who are so famous.
Iconic, yes.
We're like, gosh, look at me, I get to be in the same building as these famous people.
And for those of you who don't know, the woman who plays Mrs. Puff is an old Broadway celebrity. My whole head's tattooed. Debbie just noticed my whole head is tattooed.
So you had it like
We went from talking about Mary Jo to tattoos really quick. That's a weird transition.
But yes, look up Mary Jo because Mary Jo is such an accomplished theater actor, Broadway
Mary Jo
phenomenon, Catlett.
Catlett.
I hope I get to meet her someday. She seems like so much fun.
Oh my God, she's an amazing human being.
Speaking of Broadway actors, we just watched Schmigadoon last night.
Oh yeah?
Have you watched Schmigadoon?
No.
Oh my God, you guys got it. If you like Broadway musicals, it is way too much fun. All the top Broadway stars are in this ridiculous spin-off from Brigadoon. It's great.
Oh fun, I look forward to it.
Well, as much as I want to continue this conversation because this is blowing my mind, and I love these type of things.
I know.
We have a couple people that we are going to that are on stage with us now, and I'm going to call them by name to ask their question, and then seriously though, feel free. Like if you have other stories or people you want to bring up, keep going with that. That's everyone loves hearing that, so it's
About
a
my
treat.
dog? Do they want to hear about my dog?
We have amazing pets. I mean, you know.
I would love to hear about your dog.
And we are here in a holiday dress with high heels and tuxedos right now. We dressed up for you guys. We thought it was on camera, but it wasn't. So we look really pretty.
Sir Luigi, you're up first.
All right. Well, I really don't have any questions, but Debbie, it's good to see you again. And Carolyn, I really loved your performance as Sandy in the SpongeBob cartoon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Luigi. Duck, do you have
Luigi? Thanks for being here.
any questions?
Yes, I do. I said hi before. Nice to see you again, Debbie. Carolyn, a big fan. Now, Carolyn, I do have a question. When you auditioned for Cindy, did you plan to use the Sandy voice as well? Was it like planned to use the same voice? Or was it just a coincidence that it happened?
What's the question again?
It's the same voice. You know what's interesting, Duck, is that my sound is unique. It is what it is. So even when I play different characters, a lot of times you can just hear my sound.
We always know it's Carolyn. Like
Yeah.
you always know it's me.
Yeah, you always know. It's like the iconic volume and sound. You know who it is, like Tara and all of them.
Rob.
Right.
Rob is an easy pick.
Yeah, Rob 100% too.
Right. Yeah, but no, it wasn't a conscious. I mean, to me, internally, they're very different people.
Yep.
But my sound always carries through.
Good answer.
I see.
Really good.
Thanks, Debbie.
You're welcome,
Yeah.
Carolyn.
Thank you for answering the question.
Duck, any
Yeah.
question for Debbie, or should we move on to
Oh, yeah.
JM?
Oh yeah, honestly, not really for Debbie. I'm just happy to see her again because I had my question to ask last time, I believe.
Everybody
Well,
knows Debbie.
I wanted to say, you guys, that if it weren't for Joe Kosdra putting this all together and being the king of all discord,
He is.
you owe him a lot. So
Ah.
Joe's amazing.
Props to
And-
Joe.
Yep, we
He's
would
also
be
the
here.
guy. He's also the guy who got Hugh Neutron in the game.
I do what I
Yeah.
can for the community. I'm just glad
Yes.
I'm just glad to be able to do this for everybody. It's my pleasure
Yeah.
beyond words, and hearing that from Debbie and Carolyn just really made my year, not my night, not my
Yeah.
week. It just
Oh, yeah,
really
Joe.
makes it know it's all worth it at the end of the day.
Also,
Yeah,
Joe,
because
do you
they're
want me
really
to ping-
awesome people.
They really are.
Joe, do you want me to ping everyone about the event so we get more people in here?
Yeah, ping everybody, and then I will move on to JM.
All right, you should probably do that.
Got
about
it. I'll go do that right now.
All right, thanks, Duck. All right,
What
Jay.
if I went on TikTok Live for a minute?
Sure, pull up a TikTok live for a minute, and then
Yeah, go on ahead.
Debbie's got all the skills. I don't have any skills. So
I'm just
yay,
gonna-
Debbie.
I'm just gonna go grab my tripod.
I'm not good at TikTok, I'll tell you that.
JM, do you have any questions for Carolyn and/or Debbie?
First things first, Debbie, it's good to see you again.
You too.
And Carol, it's an honor to meet you.
Oh, honor to meet you. Thank you for being here.
All right, so first things first. I noticed an interesting fact about you. So, do you remember the show Moral Oral?
Of course, yes.
I noticed something quite interesting. You sounded very similar to Debbie in terms of the Jimmy Neutron voice.
Oh, we didn't know each other then.
No.
We didn't really know who anybody was.
No, you know what's interesting is the moral oral voice came up because I had worked with Dino Stamatopoulos. I can't even remember the name of it. He was working on a show that was a sketch comedy show, and they had filmed this scene with a little boy, and then they had to dub in his voice because at the end of the day, he didn't have his clarity wasn't good enough, and people couldn't understand what he was saying. So they brought me in to dub his voice on the on-camera spoof commercial. And then years later, Dino called me and was like, do you remember that kid, that voice that you did? I think it's going to work for my new show. So that's how that came about.
Okay.
So yay, Dino.
Yeah, I brought this up because it sounded weirdly familiar to Jimmy Neutron.
Oh, funny. Yeah, I don't know.
Hey Joe,
Yes.
if I'm going live on TikTok, how can I put Discord in the subject line?
I don't think you could put a link in the subject
I
line
can
unless you.
just write the word Discord.
Yeah, because I don't think you could put links on TikTok. During
No,
my.
not a link, but like where do I tell them to go?
Oh, you could tell them to check the link you posted to your Twitter, or you could tell them check the link in the video that's being streamed live on YouTube right now. Or you could just say go to the YouTube channel and watch the Q&A that's conducting live right now. There's a whole bunch of different ways you can go about it.
Yeah, that should work.
There's a lot of
Gives you too
places.
many options.
In the meantime, we could all say hi to TikTok and do our dabs.
JM, do you have any more questions?
I guess I have one in particular. For Carol,
Yes.
when you do your oral voice, would you consider to be a Jimmy Neutron twin?
No, this never crossed my mind ever. No, not at all.
I don't think you're convincing him enough.
You know, we have our ways of doing, we have our tricks for doing little boys' voices, little girls' voices, and we layer them with accents and all kinds of stuff. And I suppose sometimes we end up sounding similar.
Well, we have a similar range.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
that's
sound
why
like squirrels and munchkins.
right. That's why we
pretty
work
much.
together so much. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Jimmy Neutron twins, now canon.
All right, thank you, JM. We're gonna move on to the Phantom next.
Okay, let me tell these
Welcome,
people
Joe.
on TikTok. Hi, you
Good to
guys
see
on
you,
TikTok. Thank you for being here with me. This is me and Carolyn Lawrence, who does Cindy Vortex, and we're doing a live Q&A, and you can watch it on, where can they watch it? On YouTube?
They can watch it on YouTube, and they can join in on the fun at the Mark DeCarlo Universe Discord server, which is linked in the description as well as on Twitter.
So if they go to,
Jimmy
on my
Neutron
Twitter feed,
twins,
you
very
the link.
canon.
Go to YouTube Live, you'll see us also. So hang with us. Love you guys. Thank you for being here. And
Hell
please
yeah.
send me those ice creams and flowers. I love ice cream and flowers. I'll let you see Carolyn too.
No, it's.
All right, we're ready for the
Bye.
next question.
All right, next question comes from the Phantom Split. Hello, Phantom. Phantom?
Hi, Phantom.
We might. Hello? All right. We'll put him back, and then we'll move him back if he puts his hand back up. Steve is up next. That's just it. His name is Steve.
Hi, Steve. Hello, Steve.
Hello, Debbie, Miss Lawrence. It's an honor.
Thank you.
My question actually does not come from me. It comes from my mother.
I
So
love your mother.
Do
Hi,
it.
Steve, Mama.
no, I'm asking for her. Is what I'm trying to say. How does it feel to have a show that has touched the hearts of many children, including myself, and many people that still have a passion for it to this day?
You're talking about SpongeBob and Neutron?
Yeah, specifically, yes, in your case, but how does it feel to have
So which
those
one?
shows?
Either
Well,
one.
I suppose
Either
any
one
show
doesn't
that,
matter.
that touches people. It's for me certainly an honor, and when you start these projects, you never know what's going to happen to them. It's not till like 10 years later or 15 years later when all you guys are grown up and able to, handle your own lives and reach out to us and tell us how much you enjoyed it and what it meant to you that we know. So at the time, I don't know. We just go to work and go have lunch and go home.
Right.
Really?
Well, certainly, it's bizarre that in the case of SpongeBob that it's become so iconic the way it did. Who would have ever known? And if I think about it too much, it'll blow my mind. So I try not to think about it too much because it's overwhelming. I feel like it's an enormous responsibility in a way, and I want the kids to be happy. Yeah, I want everyone to be happy.
Totally.
So do I.
I think you guys do a really good job of that. I mean, look where we are, like 23 years of SpongeBob, and 20 years later after Jimmy Neutron airs, and people are knocking down walls and breaking into Nickelodeon just to get them to bring a show back.
Yeah, well,
And they should.
And they
Oh,
should.
absolutely.
Mhm.
Power to them. Power to them.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Would
Put
love to
hashtag
see
Jimmy
Jimmy
Neutron
Neutron
Revival
back
on a sign and just hang it up at the at the Nickelodeon Studios.
Yes,
Yeah, we
hashtag
should
Jimmy
rent a
Neutron.
billboard right across from the studio.
Oh,
And put
let's do that.
bring Jimmy Neutron back.
Maybe we should do a Patreon,
J-
like a
j-
Kickstarter.
Just a
Oh, yeah,
white
like-
background and just
And every
in
time
big
the
black
comes
text.
from the building.
Big
Yeah.
black Comic Sans text.
Big black Comic
Yeah.
Sans text. No background. It's just a white billboard that just says hashtag Jimmy
Jimmy-
Neutron Revival
Jimmy
facing
Neutron.
right into
Yeah.
Brian Robbins' office.
I
Yeah.
love that so much.
Whichever one of you guys here has unlimited funds, just go do it for us.
I
And
got $1. Does that work?
Great.
I have $3.
You guys have the best ideas. Isn't that a great idea?
It is a really good idea.
Who, did you
I have 30,
Uh,
so
there
that's
were
that's
four.
34.
I don't think 30 is good enough either.
Oh, we have 34 so far.
Thank you very much for your question, Steve, and hashtag Jimmy Neutron Revival to you too.
Thank you very much, Joe. It's been an honor.
Thank you,
Thank
Steve.
you.
All right, next
Hey,
up.
Mom.
Next up is Pixie Pie.
Pixie Pie.
Hello.
I just
Hello.
love that name. Aren't you cute?
Oh, thank you. First of all, I can't believe that I'm talking to you guys. I grew up watching all of the shows that you guys were a part of, and I love your voices so much.
Oh, well, yours is pretty darn cute, isn't
Yes,
it?
it is.
Really
Thank
You
cute.
have a great sound.
Oh my god.
It's just that we're here talking to you because Joe Cosgrove got us here.
You guys
Yeah,
are
I
gonna give me
know,
a big head.
Yeah, careful. He's already got a big enough one as it is. My question is to the both of you. Since I'm gonna be working on a video game, and since you both have been voices in video games and TV shows, I wanted to ask you both, what are some of the pitfalls of voice acting for video games and how they compare with the pitfalls for voice acting of cartoons?
Ooh, that's a good
Well,
question.
they don't pay well enough.
That's interesting.
They don't. There's no back end. Every time you play a video game, guess how much we get? Nothing.
Nothing.
It plays all over the world, the universe for all time, and you get no more.
You get your session fee and that's it. That's for us because this is our business. This is our job. That's for, we work to make a living. So that's the biggest difference.
It's also, depending on the game, it can put you out of commission. If you're doing a game that there's a lot of fighting and screaming and exertions, you can stress yourself because it's hard work, and then you can't do your session the next day or the next day.
Yeah, because you
Oh,
get
no.
throat shred.
Yeah.
So they
That's
have a lot of dying. So if video games would not have dying and slashing, then our voices wouldn't get shredded.
Well, I was thinking mine were gonna be more like voices and cutscenes.
Pardon me?
I was thinking mine was gonna be more voices and cutscenes than like screaming and fighting.
Well, cutscenes are just something that the editor does. That has nothing to do with what we do. We go in and spend 8 hours and do all our lines. And then
That's fair.
we'll take the cutscene.
Yeah.
So I never know what, I
They
usually
just
find
do the
something
lines. They
very
don't know where
dull.
it's ended up.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
and on that note, by the way, after this Q&A, we're going to be live streaming Jimmy Neutron Attack of the Twonkies, the video game,
Fun.
That's awesome.
for the speedrun world record. So be there.
We're gonna try.
Awesome.
Let me talk to my TikTok guys. Hey, TikTok guys, I'm live on YouTube right now, so if you want to go over there, you can see the link to the Discord server where we are. And also, I see all your questions, and I love you guys all, but I'm participating in this other YouTube thing live that you can come and join us on, but you can still watch us right here. Me and Carolyn Lawrence, the voice of Cindy Vortex, and Sandy SpongeBob SquarePants.
Something
Words
like
are hard
that.
sometimes.
Yeah. And then you get to see my dog Mango's
What a word.
It's so sweet.
my dog Mango right here.
Hi, Mango.
Hi, Mango.
Say hi to your fans.
Hi, my fans. Do you have treats?
I got goldfish.
So if you hear
I
voices,
know.
those are the people on the Discord server. So, mwah, I love you guys. Just hang there with me. Thanks for being there and send me flowers.
And ice cream.
And ice cream. And fireworks. I love it when you send like
Send fireworks.
And all the dogs are around.
Send fireworks.
No, I just meant on the TikTok. Oh, flowers, look
Aw,
cute. So we sent me
sweet.
flowers. Mwah, I love you guys. Okay, Joe, next person.
All right, thanks, Pixie.
Thank you so much for. Yeah, it
You're
was nice to meet you.
adorable.
All right, Phantom, we're gonna give you another chance.
Hi, sorry about that.
Hi, Phantom Split.
Hi, I just want to say
Hello.
it's an honor to meet the both of you. It really is.
Thank you.
I have a question for both of you. How did you guys get approached to do the roles of Jimmy Neutron and Cindy Vortex for the show?
Ooh.
We auditioned like every other voice actor in town, I guess.
You know what? Actually, mine was really interesting. I was at my agent's office and I was standing over their desk because I was mad
Uh-huh.
that
Like
I wasn't
crazy mad or
yeah,
just angry mad?
No, kind of crazy mad that I didn't feel I was getting enough opportunities. I was standing over the desk having a conversation about opportunities, and I could only hear one end of the conversation. I saw her making notes. She was like 10-year-old girl, and I was going like this. Me. No, that's me. It should be me.
And guess what? It was.
And guess what? When they hung up the phone, they were like, okay, here's the thing. We need somebody to do a scratch track for the movie, which means you're just filling in until they find the voice they really want.
Yeah, it's a very thankless and it's less than humble because you know that you're just second fiddle.
And they tell you constantly, Carolyn, this will never be your job. Just FYI, never your job, never your job.
Just a scratch track.
Just a
Thanks
scratch
for
track,
being
and
here.
then go away, never your job. And then I got the job.
So how did
They
that
would
happen?
regret those words.
Did like John just really like you as Sydney or something or what?
Yeah, I think what happened honestly is once we all started recording and working, I got in their head, right?
Yep.
Then they
knew they couldn't, that nobody else would work.
right, it just stuck in their brain that now that seemed like that was the right fit.
Because they have to hear all the voices together. They have to make sure that nobody sounds like somebody else, and that the people's personalities work together. And I think when John heard everybody together, he was like, that fits, and we'll always know who these voices are.
Absolutely.
Um,
And they're all
That's
so very
incredible.
iconic too. So all very like distinct, and you hear one line, you know immediately who it is. Nothing sounds anything alike, and everyone
But you
is,
didn't.
you know.
You wouldn't have known that on day one.
No,
'cause
I mean,
it takes
no.
a while to like develop your character, and the writers develop certain relationships, and right.
It really did feel like by the time the pilot came out, though, that you guys were pretty down pat. Either that, I'm just extremely biased to the fact that I love the show, but it sounded like the chemistry was really good and only improved from start to finish.
Right, definitely,
Right.
definitely.
Well, it was an advantage that we got to do the movie first.
True.
Totally.
Because when
True.
you do a movie, you have a clearer idea of who your character is.
Because you have a start to finish.
Right. In 11 minutes, you don't really have a full start to finish, so it's wonderful to do the movie and then go to a series.
We already
That's
knew
incredible.
the relationships.
Yeah.
That's remarkably incredible. So yeah, that's all the questions that I have. And before I go, I just want to say hashtag Jimmy Neutron revival, and here's the hoping that Cindy and Jimmy make it into Nickelodeon All Star Brawl.
Hell yeah.
Your lips to, entertainment.
Particularly
factors.
encourage
Thank
your
you,
story.
Phantom Split.
Thank you.
You're very
Hell yeah,
welcome. Have a
guys.
nice night.
Hi, it's me, Debi Derryberry, Jimmy Neutron, and I have Carolyn Lawrence, Sandy Cheeks, and also Cindy Vortex, and we're doing a live on YouTube. If you want to go to my YouTube channel, and there's the link to the Discord where we are currently doing on the what's it called? Mark DeCarlo's
Universe.
Hue Universe. Okay, and thank you, Zoombeth, for the
Flowers,
roses.
they're beautiful.
They're so lovely. Oh, thank you, Zoombeth. I love you, Zoombeth.
And whoever's sending the hearts.
Yeah, the hearts.
I like the
Oh, those are, I don't know, those
I
are
don't
just
know where
people
those come
liking.
from.
But I love how Zumba is sending me so many flowers. You're my favorite, Zumba. Mwah. Okay, we're back to Discord, and don't think those flowers go unnoticed. I'm very happy.
And next up we have Vertical Square.
Vertical
Hello.
Holy
Hello.
Man, I do have some questions.
I hope.
One, what would you say is your favorite season of Jimmy Neutron?
Who are you asking?
Neutron. Oh,
I guess all of them.
What? I guess so. I guess to say I'll ask both. What do you say the favorite seasons of Jimmy Neutron?
I really like both of them. They're just so there's special things in both of them. So that would be so unfair to me to say I liked one over the other.
There's
Come on,
three.
Jimmy Neutron.
Oh, three.
There
Oh,
was
well,
three.
so you say you like all three?
Yeah, what about you, Carolyn?
I don't know if I had to pick
All of them?
all of them. No, but probably from a work standpoint, maybe the first, because the first is always exciting because it's the newest.
But
and-
by the end, we were all developed
That's
and we
true.
had all of
See,
our
right?
relationships established.
It's like the apples and oranges thing.
It's like the chicken and the egg thing. It's a great question, Vertical Square. It's an excellent question, but I can't answer it.
Well, it's also like when my kids say, which kid do you like better?
Oh, yeah. It's a good thing I only have one. I always tell my dogs that they're my favorite when the other one isn't around. I'll get my other dog, my TikTok people can see Kiwi.
Vertical, do you have any other questions? You get one more.
Yeah.
You-
Oh, you yeah. Oh, right. I want to ask wait, what? Well, what would you? Do you know about that? There was like a plan. I know there was like a plan. Apparently, like there was like a planned season 4 that was supposed to I think that was supposed to be developed, but it wasn't able to because the studio who made the Jimmy Neutron series they shut down because due to the failure of the Ambly. Do you know do you at least know much of were they able to get recording sessions for at least this canceled season 4 and how they were going to go for a much darker direction?
No, we were never privy to any of that information. I don't know where you got that information, Mom, but they never shared it with us if you got it, and certainly they would never release a script. We usually get the script the night before the recording session. And sometimes on the day.
I was gonna say if we're lucky.
If we're lucky. Usually the day of the recording session you get a script. And
okay.
they're all watermarked and you can't share them until it's on the air.
Thanks, Vertical Square.
No problem, Joe.
And if all of you there on Discord also want to go ahead and join my TikTok page, you can, my TikTok live, you can see us live here with my dogs. So it'll be like, bonus.
Like a little Inception. On the topic of that season 4 darker script thing, there was never any actual scripts released detailing what the episodes are about. But there was someone on the crew that did announce that there were 4 scripts in development, 2 that were finished, 2 that didn't get finished, and they were supposed to be. I don't know where darker tone came from. I didn't hear about that, but I just know one of them was supposed to be they were moving to the next grade in school, and that was as far as I remember. Something was released about that. One of the writers.
It's interesting. I feel like the networks they have their whole machine. They have an idea of what works and why and how it's going to make money. It typically seems like 3 seasons is what they want to do.
Yeah, I just don't have any answers for you. All I know is that whoever goes ahead and puts that billboard up across from Nickelodeon, I'm going to take you to lunch at the fanciest restaurant here in Burbank.
Talleyrand.
Yeah. Castaway.
Oh, now I'm hungry.
Carolyn and I will take you to lunch at the Castaway.
Oh, that doesn't sound too bad now, does it?
No, it sounds like a pretty good deal. I'd say someone should get on that. I would.
I've never heard of the Castaway.
It's
Also,
in Burbank
hello.
on the top of the
Hi, Pink.
mountain, and you get to look over the whole valley, and it's excellent drinks.
Amazing.
Who's next?
Next up, how much? Before we continue, how much time do we have for you guys?
Oh, another little bit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys got time for all right, another half hour. That sounds great. All right, cool. Next up, we're gonna go Azumi, Ultra Crist, and then to Pink. So Azumi,
Ultra Crist. Hi.
Azumi, you're up first.
Oh my god, I can't believe I was able to get a spot for this. Oh my goodness.
I'm just picking at random, so good job.
Yes, thank you for picking me. Yeah, you guys have no idea how big Jimmy Neutron is. Like, it's such a huge part of my life, and it's all thanks to you guys that have worked on it. I plan on getting like an actual tattoo of it. That's how much it means to me.
Oh, you're so
Thank you guys.
awesome.
Ow.
Thank you. Oh, we love you.
Oh, I love you guys so much. I guess to get into my question, the first one would be the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour. The the trilogy that you guys did. Like, how was that? Like, how was the approach to being crossed over with another popular series on Nickelodeon?
You know,
And
for
then
us,
following the two
it's
more.
just a normal recording session. We just got the script and went in, and you know, we work with all those other actors on different shows, so it's kind of the same.
Yeah. But it's always fun seeing it put together.
Yeah,
Those are
seeing
some
it
of
put
my
together was
favorites
cool.
once they aired. Yeah, that was very fun.
Yeah, 'cause they're definitely top things that I've ever seen on TV in all of my life.
I've probably watched that first one like countless times growing up. You got no
me
idea.
too.
VHS.
The first and second one are top tier for sure.
Oh,
I could
all
probably
three
quote
of them
the
are
first
great. The first one I had on VHS, DVD, and I probably played it like 50 times in a year, every year.
The third one was okay-ish, to be honest.
You guys are our biggest fans. You don't know how grateful we are.
Yeah, we're losers.
Thank you. Aw, jumping, jumping.
Okay, we're not all losers, Joe.
I just happen to be the ringleader.
Oh, yes, Debbie, you were at a con just a few weeks ago. I'm so sad that I wasn't able to go and meet you in person. So this is such an honor to be now.
Pennsylvania?
Yes, yes.
I don't know when I'm going to be at another con, but I always will put it on my Debi Derryberry world on this thing called Facebook.
I do use
Yes, we put it on this thing called the internet.
Oh, is that what it is? That's what I'm missing.
I may have to.
And we posted from a thing called a computer. Ever heard of it?
Computer on the intraweb.
Is that the thing with the buttons on the keyboard thingy or in the mouse?
I've heard of it. I've heard of it.
Yeah, I've
You
heard
know,
of
the
it.
big bar that's called the space bar.
It's gonna crash. It'll never pick up on a trend.
Maybe that mouse with the pants.
What? What? Azumi, do you have any other questions?
Yes, just one quick one, just to
Sure.
follow up on my last one.
Shoot.
I know it was supposed to be like the last Jimmy Neutron 3 was supposed to be the end of Jimmy Neutron and Phillip appearance, but that didn't happen with either series. If that was going to be the case, do both of you feel like that would have been like a good ending for your show?
That's a great question.
That is a good question.
That is a good question.
I think going on and on for decades is the best ending.
I would agree 100%.
Thank you.
I couldn't agree with that. That's the most true thing that's been said in this server or on this planet. And I'm sure everyone in here will agree. Azumi, thank you so much. Love the enthusiasm and hope to have you again.
Having me. Love you guys so much.
Love you, Zumi. Thank you. And
Bye.
you guys on TikTok, thanks for being here. It's Carolyn Lawrence, the voice of Cindy Vortex, and Sandy Cheeks on SpongeBob, and we're doing a live on my YouTube. If you go there, you can see it on the Discord for Mark DiCarlo Hugh Universe.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yep, that's it.
Correct, the Mundo.
All right.
My dog Mingo.
Next up, we have Ultra Christ.
I'm
Hi,
trying to keep it calm, but this is heart pounding right now to meet you guys. Because Jimmy
Very
Neutron,
exciting.
Jimmy Neutron was one of my favorites of like the Nickelodeon 2000s and all that, along with SpongeBob. You all were like my favorites, so it's really chilling to get to talk to you and meet you guys. You're welcome. So my question is for the both of you guys. This is kind of similar to what kind of Asumi said in a way. So I believe you guys worked on one of my favorite video games based on Nickelodeon properties, which was the Nicktoons Unite games, which were the crossovers between Jimmy Neutron, SpongeBob, and many others. I was gonna say, how was it like to kind of get to, because I think it was the first time you got to interact with more characters than just the Very Odd Parents like SpongeBob and Danny Phantom, and later on in this series very more. So how was that like?
Well,
not to disappoint.
Yeah.
But when we record video games, we don't get to really interact with anybody. We go in alone and do our 500,000 lines
alone.
alone.
We never see anybody. They put it together afterwards, and we're not allowed to know. We don't even get a script. They only give us our lines.
And I don't know about you, but I always have this fear because you never know what you're in for, right? When you do a video game.
Right.
When I walk in, my fear is always that there's this huge book of a script
that it's gonna take all 4 hours.
Yes, and it's gonna like crush me.
When it was paper, you knew. I can't. When it's paper, you know how thick it is. But now that it's all digital, not only do you have to have your across the room glasses, but you don't know how many pages are on it because you don't have control of the mouse. So,
and you know what's funny too? You don't get to. So typically, as an actor, you get the script ahead of time, and you work on your character, and you come up with your thoughts and what you're doing and what you want to present in the scene. In a video game, you're what's called cold reading. Like you don't even get to read the line before you're recording it. So sometimes I'm halfway through a line and I'm like, oh, that's what it means. Go back and do it again.
So they give you this thing called, the director will say, okay, we don't want to really hurt your voice, Debbie, because there's 700 lines. Give me an A and a B on each line. Or they will say, oh, there's only 20 lines, give us an A, B, and a C. And that means give the line to me 3 different ways. So if there's 70 lines, 3 ways, that's 210 lines you have. And they judge your time by how quick you are. How many lines can Debbie get done in an hour? And sometimes with a really quick director, I can get 80, 85 lines an hour done. And sometimes when they have me do it again and again, and they're really like honing in on direction, I might only get 20 in an hour. You?
Can I be honest? That just sounds painful.
It's hard. It really is a lot of work. And I'll never forget the very first, I can't remember which game it was, but my very first game that I ever did, I was sitting on a stool, at the mic, and I had my legs wrapped around, I know what it was Soccer Street. Anyway, I had my legs wrapped around the stool because I was nervous, right? So I was holding on, and after 4 hours when I went to stand up, my legs were like jello. I couldn't, because I was so tense.
Oh God.
It's embarrassing. Thanks, guys.
Your legs just went, oh, bye.
Right.
And if it's usually they give you each hour you get 10-minute breaks. So during those 10-minute breaks,
I've never gotten a 10-minute break ever.
You're allowed to have a 10-minute break every hour.
No way, Debbie.
It's in the contract.
I've never.
It's so in the contract.
You guys, I learned something new 25 years in.
And you ask for it, and you go pee, and you drink water, and have chips, and call your friends, and then go back to work.
Or if you're me, you have no idea, and you work straight through, and then you pass out.
Yep. Now she knows. No excuse.
Well, thank you, Ultra Chris, for your question, and look at that, we got more special knowledge. Even Carolyn got an answer to something today.
I will demand my 10 minutes.
And my TikTok guys, I'm just telling you that this is Cindy Vortex and Jimmy Neutron, and also Sandy Cheeks, Carolyn Lawrence, and we're doing a live on my YouTube channel, and it's from Discord, Mark DiCarlo's universe. So, yeah. You can see us here, but you can watch us on the YouTube. But thank you for being here, and thank you for all the presents. Jesse, Dave, thank you so much. I love all the gifts you're sending me, you guys.
I love that you can read that from here. I can't see a darn thing. Look.
Did you have LASIK surgery?
I did. I still can't read that.
Look at, we have all my friends here. Hi, you guys. It's so good to see you. Okay, back to Discord.
Alfredo, quickly, I don't know if he's here or just listening. Al, you there?
Howdy.
All right. This is Al, by the way. Carolyn, he's done a bunch of projects with me and Mark before, and yeah.
Hiya. Hey, how are you guys doing today?
Just fine.
Great. Thanks, Al.
That is good. That is good to hear. A huge fan of SpongeBob and Jimmy Neutron. Grew up with those shows. Love them to bits. And you guys are a big part of why. I did have a question for Carolyn. I was curious. I'm sure, I'm positive you've gotten the chance to meet Steve Hillenburg, and I was curious if you could share a little bit about what he was like, because he's a real huge inspiration to me and kind of what I'm trying to do with my own career. So
Well, if I talk too much, I'm gonna cry.
Oh.
He passed away, and it was very sad, and he was very special to Carolyn.
Yeah, so you know what? There were so many amazing things about him. But one of the biggest things I took away on a business level was that he truly loved what he did. And so he was a unique person that the studio couldn't, like, if they tried to manipulate him, they wanted him to do products, or they wanted him to sell food, or they wanted him to whatever, and they would throw money at him, right? He didn't care. And he was so calm. Like, he never got mad or took a strong stand, or he didn't have to do any of that. He was just a beautifully calm person who would just say, no. And I think they didn't know what they were like. What? He was like, no.
That's great.
And it was a beautiful thing to watch, like the power that came from being so still.
And he was so self-assured.
Yes. And maybe he wasn't, I don't know, maybe he wasn't inside, but he certainly portrayed like his just, no, this is what I'm doing, and this is my art, and this is my craft, and this is the thing I love, and no.
There you go.
Wow, good for him. Really good for him.
Yeah.
That is so awesome. Yeah, he sounds wonderful.
So much success, Alfredo.
Yes.
Oh, well, thank you.
Good for you for doing what you love. That's all we can hope for, is that we find something that we love to do, and that we pursue doing what we love to do.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. I mean, that means a lot coming from you guys.
You do great. We're cheering for you.
I have
thank
no
you.
doubt that this man will not be on the Steve Hillenburg path of doing what he loves. Not a doubt in my
Yeah.
mind.
Awesome.
Good work, Al.
Oh, thanks.
All right. Thanks, Al. You got any other questions, or should we move to Sky?
Yeah, go ahead and move along. Thanks for taking the time to answer my question, you guys.
Glad you could make it, man.
Thank you.
All right, Pink, you're up.
Well, hello. It's really nice to meet both of you.
Hi, Sky High. I expected like a deep voice Thor voice.
Well, thank you guys kindly. I'm actually a friend of Joe. He has really helped me through a lot, and let me just tell you, Joe has an absolute heart of gold, and it's really an honor to meet you guys, because I'm just gonna say this because of Sandy Cheeks. I actually became a fighter. I really have been, and
Aww.
I've been through a lot, but because of the motivation from Sandy and some other characters, I went, whoa, I'm gonna do way better for myself, right? But
Nice. Yeah.
my big thing is that some people know this about me, some people don't. I am a kind of actress, and I draw for a living. But the one thing I wanted to ask the both of you is, if you were to give any sort of advice to an aspiring artist or actor, or anyone for that matter, what would you give?
You have a thought?
You go ahead.
Okay. Mine would be to stay open to opportunity. I feel like a lot of people, I started my career as a professional dancer. I feel like if I would have said to anyone, hey, I'm trained, I'm a dancer, this is what I do, when other opportunities came my way, I would have dismissed them, right? I think sometimes when you're set, like, I am an artist, I draw, and then somebody says, oh, hey, maybe you could, build a house, or I don't know, there's other things that you can put your creativity towards. Stay open, because you don't know what could be brought your way. I had no idea I would wind up doing voiceovers. I had no idea it was even a career.
Yes, me either. It was not on the list of things I wanted to do. I didn't even know it was a thing.
Me neither.
It was definitely strange for me as well, because I did a bit of voice acting in one video game. I believe it was back in 2018. I helped one of my friends, Obsidious, with a fan game, and I was acting as a child and the grown-up version of said child. And that entire thing meant a lot to me and brought me a lot of help. And I never really acted before that entire situation, so it really hit me like a ton of bricks that there were more opportunities for me out there, and that answer does mean a lot to me, because I've been trying to get more open with my career, whether it be in voice acting or artistry, or even then trying to get myself into mortuary school, because that's what I'm trying to do right now. Um, it's a very big change.
Yeah.
It's a very big change, and the fact that you guys are so open to being like to opportunities, it really opens my eyes to
I
look
always
out
say,
past the horizon for me.
you never know when a door is going to open. Run through it, because you never know how long that door is going to be open or if it's going to open again. So it's hard to recognize them, but if you can, do and go through it. Take that opportunity, because like Carolyn said, you never know where it's going to lead you, and your path will unfold as it will, and 20 years from now you'll be telling the sky high story of how it happened.
It's also funny because I feel like sometimes you don't know what somebody else sees in you. So
Sometimes
if
I don't
somebody
see what
else
my
says,
boyfriend sees in me.
right, if somebody says, "Oh, well, Debbie, I looked at your house and it's amazing. Will you come design my living room?" And you'd be like, "No, I don't do that." No, you do that. You just did that. Like you.
We wish you so much
Yes.
success, Sky, and it's good to have the awareness that you have.
Yes, and I'm proud of you for being such a strong, powerful woman. You
Well,
go.
thank you guys so
Well done.
much. I appreciate that very, very much. It means a lot to me.
You're welcome.
Thanks for joining us, Sky. It's always good to hear from you.
It's good to hear
It
from you
all
too.
it always is, Sky. It always is.
Oh, I love you guys so much. I wish I
Doing
could give
live
you
on YouTube.
Aw.
Miss Carolyn.
Discord Love Fest.
Yeah, we all support each other on
I
there.
love this group.
Yeah, we're just a group of friends who mess around and joke.
All right.
We're just
Sky,
a big weird family.
yeah, that's the best way to put it.
Yep.
All right.
Isn't that what Discord means?
At this point, it might as well be the definition, yeah.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Sepper 3000 with Lucy from Peanuts as the picture.
I'll have fun.
Great. Look
Hi,
at that.
Sepper.
Hi, Sepper.
Hi, all right. We'll bring her back in if she raises her hand. All right, Wabbit, are you there?
I'm in.
Welcome to the party.
Hi, everybody. Hi. It's such an honor to be here for, like, I don't know, 6th time.
Thank you,
Thank
Wabbit.
you.
Yep. Hello, Debbie for the 2nd time, and hello, Carolyn for the 1st time, actually.
Hello.
Oh, look at it. Was JJ the jet plane a moment ago, and now he's gone. Oh, there, Alex, the JJ fan. Okay, Wabbit, we are with you.
I am.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, God. Okay, so first of all, I just want to say that you two just make an amazing duo. It's amazing. The two legends combined in just one human.
Oh, just a moment.
It's Wabbit's turn, and then Joe will let you know when it's your turn, Alex. Thank you.
Yeah, but I just want to say thank you to. I want to thank you two for just making my childhood splendid, and especially Carolyn for her role as Sandy from SpongeBob. I remember that SpongeBob was my all-time favorite Nicktoon, and I know this will sound stupid, but SpongeBob cured my depression.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
that's
you
a
know
lot.
what, Rabbit? I would say I understand that 100%. Because how can you watch SpongeBob and not have a little happiness?
Oh my god!
This guy's gonna pass out.
Yeah, it's just that.
Heard it here first.
Yeah, it's just that, bro. SpongeBob was amazing. SpongeBob, alongside My Life as a Teenage Robot and Mr. Meaty, were just my favorite Nicktoons. I never missed them.
Mr. Meaty got up on that list?
Mr. Meaty was my favorite cartoon, my favorite puppet show of all time.
That's so funny.
We've got about 5 more minutes here.
All right,
Yeah,
let's
also,
blow through these. So if you have I don't want to cut you
I
off
got
here, but let's blow through all the 3 we have left. And yeah, if you have any question, say it now, Wabbit.
I do have a question. I don't know if you remember, but Jimmy Neutron had a ride in Universal Studios. How did you two felt when it closed down?
I didn't know. I thought it was still there.
Aw.
Of course I was sad.
We can still dream. We can pretend it's still there.
That's right.
I mean, it was a fun ride, but it was fun while it lasted. I think I went there once on vacation. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna miss that ride so much.
Those moments are just amazing. It's just amazing to go to a theme park and be like, oh my gosh, there's actually a ride based on our show. What are the odds?
Yeah, it's so crazy.
Who knew that would happen in life?
Well, that's what you get for being in a very popular show. That's the benefits.
Yes, it was amazing.
Yeah, we're really fortunate. And
So let's
don't
bring
think
that
we,
back too.
Yes, more shows. Don't think we take it for granted for 1 second.
No,
No.
no.
Yeah, let's go, boys. Bring back Jimmy Neutron. Let's go.
Hashtag Jimmy Neutron revival on the billboard.
But yeah, I'm not gonna waste any more of your time. Thank you, Carolyn, for the little Sandy shout out. I really appreciate it.
Yeehaw!
Thanks,
And
Rabbit.
well, I'm just gonna say this real quick. Greetings from all the way from Mexico.
Oh, hello,
Wow.
Mexico.
Hi, Mexico.
I'm so glad you're here.
Hi, Mexico.
Hi, Mexico.
Mucho gusto.
Thanks, Rabbit. See you soon.
See you soon, guys.
Adios.
He makes a very good point. You guys are like the best duo we've had in here so far. The way your just chemistry works when you're sitting together and just keeps the conversation rolling. It's unlike any other.
Alex, yes, it's your turn.
How the hell are you guys seeing him say anything?
So Debbie, how did you get the role of JJ and Savannah after Mary Lee Merchandise back in 1999?
Holy shit, is he in a plane?
I think maybe he is.
I auditioned for it, and I got the part after auditioning for it, and it was some tough big shoes to fill, because as we know, Mary Kay Bergman was a chameleon and a phenomenal voice artist. Yes.
What is happening?
He's
I
on a
don't
plane.
know. So, what was your favorite song from the show?
They're all so good, aren't they?
That's the right answer.
Suddenly she's a politician. Well, what's
The-
your favorite show?
The one that they were singing in is my favorite song.
And who was your favorite character?
Last question, Alex.
My favorite character was well, I liked JJ. I like Savannah a lot too. Of course, I like Savannah. Who wouldn't like a Savannah?
What?
JJ's the one I like. A jet plane, that's me. Wouldn't it be nice if JJ came back?
And
No, that's it. That's the last question. We gotta roll on to the last guy.
Yeah, we got run to the last two. But thank you, Alex, for stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed your question.
I like how you did like a little Rue McClanahan Blanche from the Golden Girls voice there.
That was Savannah.
Oh yeah, Joe Sepper came back.
Yeah,
by the way.
Savannah sounds a
The
lot
White
like
House
Rue
working.
McClanahan. Just gonna put that out there, but I love it.
Everybody sounds like somebody.
They're both.
Go, I brought Sepper back.
I
They're
love
both
it.
working.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, sorry about the guys. I had Wi-Fi issues.
Holy crap, that was loud.
Sorry.
It's all good. It's not your fault. It's my fault for having my headset set up all the way. Shoot your shot.
Anyways, it's a pleasure to meet you two. I wasn't much of a big fan of Jimmy Neutron growing up.
Oh
but
my god.
I really recently haven't rewatching the series, and just because of series recently added. But my question is basically with the anniversary of the 20th anniversary of Jimmy Neutron pretty recently. What was basically the hard part? What was the experience you guys had with the cast and crew you guys had with the Fairly Odd Parents crew when doing some of the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour trilogy?
Let me just repeat. Your question is, how was our experience doing Jimmy Timmy Power Hour, right? Is that the question?
No, what I meant was, what was the experience you two had with doing having almost with the cast and crew from both the Jimmy Neutron and having the Fairly Odd Parents crew, and what was the experience with you guys meeting up with
Wait, it's been 20 years? Wait, you said it's been 20 years.
Jimmy Neutron was a 20 year
Did 20 years
anniversary.
go by like that?
Just like that.
Wow.
Yeah, that was yesterday.
You know,
yeah, that was like yesterday.
meet 'em supper. We've known these actors and people for years. We just happened to be on the same show together. But it was darn fun. Darn fun.
Yeah,
of course.
the voiceover community is so small.
And it's not very many of us that
when
work
we
it all the
when we
time.
audition for things, we're always in the room together waiting. Like, oh, you're here for that role too. Oh, yeah.
Well, not anymore, 'cause we're all
Yeah, now
pandemic-y
now
now.
we don't get to do anything. Back in the day, y'all would chat.
Yeah, it makes sense.
All right, thank you so much, Sepper, and then we're gonna move on to our last question from a guy named Dom, and he's got a banana in his background.
Excellent.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, it's great to be here again, Joe. It's nice to see you again. Hi, Debbie. It's good to be talking to you again as well, and it's nice to be meeting Carolyn for the first time.
Nice to meet you.
I think everyone changes their profile picture. I try to choose everyone that hasn't been here before, and it's like, oh, this guy looks new.
I'm sorry, I went through a whole thing.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
It's good, buddy. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We all been
but
going
before-
to sing.
Yeah, but before I get to my questions, I just want to say this really quickly. You know, you guys have been a massive influence on my life, like with Debbie, obviously being in Jimmy Neutron, and with you, Carolyn, being in Jimmy Neutron and Cindy, but also in my favorite show of all time that kind of shaped me into who I am, SpongeBob, you know, Goofy Goober for life, you know, just... And, you know, it's just so, thank you guys for that, you know?
You're welcome, Tom.
Thank you guys.
Aw, shucks.
Aw, thanks. Aw, thank you.
Right?
Yeah. All right. Well, I have two questions. One for Debbie and one for Carolyn. So, Debbie, the last time I ever did get to talk to you, you said you were going on a trip to Miami. So, how was your trip to Miami?
We talked recently?
This was at the last
did
Q&A back in May.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I haven't gone yet. I'm going to Miami in September. Yes. and
Oh.
I'm actually also going to be on September 21st. I'm going to be doing a live signing in Tampa, not with people, but it'll be like on my website or on one of my social medias. That's what it'll be. But I haven't gone yet. But I'm looking forward to going because I watched all of Dexter. Now I want to go to Miami and have ice cream.
Oh, I feel dumb. I thought you were going after that. I'm sorry.
Maybe I thought I was, but I was. I'm going soon now.
I guess you mentioned it, though.
Yeah, maybe I've been
Yes.
Thinking about ice cream. That ice cream has been on your mind.
Yeah,
for
she did
quite some
mention
time.
ever since I watched Dexter. And what's your Carolyn question? Because we're wrapping it up here. We're almost out of time.
Yes. So, Carolyn, I know you have been in interviews before where you said you relate to Sandy in some way. Have you ever felt like you related to Cindy in any way?
I guess a little bit. She's super smart.
Yeah, I don't. Sure.
And she's an entrepreneur.
I think we all bring parts of ourselves to our characters. I don't think I was ever quite as sassy as Cindy.
Not in real life.
Not
maybe
in real
wishful
life.
Thinking, maybe
Yeah,
in her mind.
I think I get to kind of wish that
Gives us an alter ego.
It does. It does. Those moments where I wish I could be sassy, Cindy gets to do it.
Jekyll and Hyde situation.
Yeah, pretty much.
Good question, Dom. Thank you.
Thanks, Dom.
Yeah,
Thanks for
it
joining
was-
us.
Of course. Yeah, of course. It was great being here. I look forward to the next Q&A
Me
whenever it can happen.
Alright.
So thank you guys.
Bye, Dom.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. Quickly, everyone in the audience, both YouTube, not Facebook, YouTube, Discord, and on TikTok. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm sure this is not the last one of these we will do in my lifetime. So,
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for being here. And Debbie, Carolyn, thank you for gracing us with your presence in the universe, the little weird community that we are.
Yep.
Thank
Yeah.
you, everybody. Have a great evening, night.
You
day.
too.
Thanks for being here, guys.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you guys so much for being here. In probably 15-20 minutes, once I get my shit together, we're going to stream Attack of the Twonkies any percent speedrun, hopefully going for a world record here.
Yeah, Joe's gonna try to
Yeah.
speedrun the game. Oh yeah, you ended the stream, right?
I did not end the stream. I'm letting everybody know.
Oh, okay, okay.
Oh, honey, good luck with that speed run.
Yeah. I'm already 9th in the world. I could have been 7th, but by accident I was 9th. So I'm expecting big things here. So I'll see you guys all in a little bit. I gotta go like get a.
This man's gonna get it.
I'm gonna go take. I'm gonna go take a
Joe
piss.
Muscle Sweat.